because you froze.
No, I had to buy my Wi-Fi on that. Okay, here we go. Are we live? I see a number. Hold on, y'all. We see y'all out there. See a live button.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys and ladies, let's talk about why, right? Let's talk about why. Let's talk about how, right? Hey, there's over 100 million people out there just waiting on a MyEcon associate to show up and help them improve their finances. And we've got the number one financial product in America to do it. It's called income shifting. Income shifting. It's like, what in the world is income shifting? Well, it's your best financial strategy. It's the number one financial strategy in America because it puts money in your pocket and still takes money out of your pocket. You're like, all right, okay, tell me how that works, right? All right, I'm glad you asked because I really want to tell you. Here's what happens, okay? Pay taxes, that takes money out of your pocket, right? When you pay taxes, okay? So what if you could put some of that money back in your pocket, okay? What about debt? Well, that takes money out of your pocket. What if you could get rid of debt and put some more money back in, right? That's a big deal, right? Or, what about, we got the marketplace out, everybody's buying and spending, right? Boom! So what if you can get in there and get you some investment and get some of that money from the marketplace shifted back into your household?
Oh, great, great. So first off, I want to give a shout out to my business partner, Michael Holmes, for that snippet of our founder of MyEcon. You can reach him on TikTok at Real Estate Biz Credit. I didn't have time to mock one up, man, but I thought that was perfect when I ran across it last night. So shout out to Michael Holmes for that awesome clip that is displaying what income shifting is from the man himself, the co-founder of MyEcon. So hey, look, let's dive into the session. I'm excited about this. I got my lovely co-host. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hello, I am his lovely co-host. I am Melissa King. I'm here in North Alabama, a home-based business owner. Mr. Clopton there, my financial guru, my upline, my mentor, all of that stuff. He introduced me to this business, and I've been a home-based business owner for 6 years now. So that's my spiel. I've saved a lot of money. I've increased a lot of credit. Currently at 837 out of 850 on the credit score scale. And I'm learning about investments. In fact, this week has been a good week, and I'm going to leave it at that as far as learning about investments. So awesome. More to come. More to come.
Yeah. Awesome. Great information that you're sharing. I am Tony Clopton. For those that don't know me, I'm in the Birmingham area, Birmingham, Alabama. I've been in this awesome company for 6+ years, going strong. I've learned a lot about investing, paying off some debt, lowering my taxes, and creating business income by just sharing information that I've learned in this company. A little bit of disclaimer. I don't have a bachelor's degree in nothing. I'm talking about nothing, and I'm not even PE. I don't have no degree in none of that stuff. But what I have done, what's latched on to some multi-millionaire mentors that are teaching wealth principles. I don't care what company you're in. I don't care what job you go to. These strategies will work 100% of the time if you work it 100% of the time. Okay, let's dive into this whole session because Melissa got a lot going on today. First off, you say you was on a phone call last night. Could you tell me who you was on the phone with, and not going into details about it, but really you got access like that?
You know what? It's funny that you played that little snippet of our co-founder, Mr. Ivy Stokes, because I was on the phone with the one and only Mr. Ivy Stokes, who is the co-founder of MyEcon, this whole business that I've been doing for 7 years. This $600 million man took time out to talk to little some $1,000 me last night.
Okay.
I am nowhere in his league as far as money goes, but that didn't matter. He took time out of his busy schedule to talk to me and, go over some things with me. So I feel very blessed by that. And um, I'm thinking we're gonna have him on as a guest again real soon. When we first got started, he was one of our first guests. We had
Right.
Dennis Martin, who had written a book about finance. He was our first guest. We had June Collier, who is a investment extraordinaire. He
Yes,
has his own
marketing.
class. He teaches investments,
Right.
and his portfolio reached $1 million this year.
Okay,
So I'm
great.
like rubbing elbows and stuff with some
Yeah,
millionaires with my
yeah,
thousandaire
yeah,
self.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then our third guest was my econ. What is that title? It's so far out of my reach. What is it called? Infinity. We had Andre, who is our
Understand.
My Econ Infinity. He came on and talked to us. And then to follow up behind that, we had our co-founder, the gentleman who was on the video at the beginning. He came and graced our show and gave us some great information. So he will be coming back to follow up with us.
Great.
I told him, Tony, we not the same show we were over a year ago. When we
Right,
was
right.
using
Yeah,
when we had the bad lighting, the bad
yeah.
sound system.
Right, right. That's great. That's good. That's good.
So
That is
I'll be
awesome.
happy to have him come back and see where we progressed to.
Absolutely. So y'all, look, we have access to people to learn from. And I think it is so important for you guys to have a mentor. Look, I know we all fall off the wagon. We all need some type of coach, right? That is really excelling in that area that we're weak in. And hey, the first stage is to admit where I have my problems at. And I know a lot of people say, man, I don't need no advice about money. I'm making plenty of money. Okay, that's not the part we're talking about. We talking about the part that you're losing. You're losing a lot of money, right? Everybody losing money, especially if you're working for someone else and you don't
Right.
understand the tax system. Like Melissa, 6, 7. I know Melissa don't like me to put up business out there, but Melissa's a 6-figure earner as well. And we have several 6 and 7-figure earners in our business. But the main thing is not to lose the money that you're making. And that's where
Right.
our bits come in at to help educate people every day. So let's talk about what income shifting means to me and how it can help you. So everybody has a different story, right? So I'm gonna get mine out of the way, and then Melissa, you can tell people why you joined and how income shifting has helped you. So
Okay.
I'm a regular W-2 employee. I work every day. I'm talking about I ain't got a whole lot of time now. I got to get ready to go to work. But here's the thing: every job is going to tax you, right? So I literally went back and pulled a bunch of old check stubs back before I joined this company and saw that I was losing anywhere from $800 to $1,000 a paycheck, right?
Mm.
Through taxes. So everybody gets that, hey, I worked a lot of overtime. I want to see how my check gonna look. And
Right.
lo and behold, a lot of us get shocked. Like, man, wait a minute. They done took this amount of money. I done worked all them hours. And now I got to struggle again to the next paycheck. So here's the thing. The difference between the net pay and your gross pay is taxes and fees in the middle. Our company teaches you how to pull the excessive or the overage and put it back in your pocket. We do it legally, morally, and ethically. And it's really understanding the tax system, how to become a business owner. So you're looking at somebody works a lot of, used to work a lot of overtime. Now I don't have to because I put some things in place that I've learned from this business. Like I say, I don't have a degree in nothing. You hear me? I said nothing. I ain't got no degree in nothing. But my common sense have taught me to follow people that understand money and how to build wealth. And that's what I've done. And that's how I've shifted my income from not overpaying my taxes. Somebody that works a job every day and works a lot of overtime, I start shifting that money from the highest tax bracket as an employee to a business owner. So, Melissa, what is your spiel on how income shifting has helped you? And so hopefully it can help other people out there.
Let me first say, you said you don't have a degree. That's not true. You have a BS and CS, which be common sense.
I got you.
Your
I
degree
got you.
is in common sense, and don't ever shortchange common sense, because you can have all the book sense in the
Yeah,
world to
true
be
that.
able to get a job
Hmm.
and bring in all of this income. But if you don't have the common sense to make
Yeah,
the right business decisions,
yeah.
you may as well be down here with me.
Right. I got you. I got you. Makes sense.
You know, because
Yeah,
think about how many professional athletes, actors, different people in the entertainment industry do not have basic knowledge about money. And what ends up happening? They end up losing money.
that's
So
right.
income shifting for me, when I first started this 7 years ago, when you told me about it, I was trying myself to figure out what exactly do you mean by income shifting. So my definition, because one thing about hey, just relax now. That's Marlene. She in the chat. Um, my understanding of income shifting is going to be different from maybe your understanding, because we're shifting income, but the name of our company is My Econ, meaning everybody has their own economy that they're working with. It's like we're doing a budget for ourselves, not for a group. It's about you. So, my income, my econ for me meant shifting money from the government or whoever I was giving that excess money to back into my own pocket. Because, before I started, I did not understand the concept of a tax refund. Even though the word is re meaning again and fund meaning money, it never dawned on me that they're just giving me back my money. And then
Yes,
I also never knew that I had control over how much of that money they take out, you
right.
know?
Hmm.
So that was new information for me. So it's like when you start putting things into perspective, you kind of change your mindset on how you look at money. Because
Hmm.
instead of me looking at it like, I'm going to go to work, whatever happens on April 15th or whenever you file your income taxes is a mystery. All I can do is wait and see what happens. Well, you don't have to wait and see what happens. That's what I learned. You can make that determination up front and know exactly how much you're going to take home on your paycheck, give or take the other FICA or whoever else we have that you don't have control over. But you get more of a sense of, okay, if they're taking out this much at the end of the year, either I'm going to owe this much or I'm going to break even. That in itself, for people who, like, as you mentioned, when I initially started, which I am still at a six-figure income, but now it's not quite a six-figure, it's not as high as it was when I first started. And so, I was accustomed to having to pay money back. Never did I realize that that's not the way it had to be. I didn't have to go through the anxiety of wondering how much I was going to have to pay them back. I had the power to make that decision myself. So what I learned is how to shift money out from the government taking it and Uncle Sam doing what he needs to do back in my pocket. So that's what income shifting means to me. And like I took it, and everybody's priorities are different. My priorities went like this. I wanted to pay off debt first. I wanted to start investment income next. And then ultimately, I wanted to start investing. Everybody doesn't do it in that order. Some people come in just for the investing. They're already good on the paying off debt. So how they choose to shift their income is basically up to them. Then you have some people who, their biggest accomplishment is they want to repair their credit. So if that's your driving force or your why or whatever, then that might be the goal you focus on when you first get started. You still there, Tony? You look kind of frozen.
I'm here.
You here?
I'm here.
Okay. But yeah, so for me, my focus, my plan was, and the good thing about, I use the analogy all the time that my econ is like them passing out a bag of Lego blocks. When you get Legos, you got all these different shaped Legos that you can put together and build. If you want to build a car, if you want to build a building, if you want to build an airplane, you can do whatever you want to do with those Legos. So everybody gets the same um, business startup, all of the supplies you need and the knowledge you need to get you started. What you choose to build from that is totally up to you. So, like in my case, my goal was to pay down debt and then to increase my credit and then to ultimately spend the biggest of my time focusing on investment. Because when I joined my econ, I was already 40 years old. I'm way closer to retirement than say, which, and that may not necessarily be true if you manage your money right. You might be closer to me, but I'm looking at like Lakevia Curry. She's 25. She has 40 years to work, say if she was going to retire at 65 versus me having 20. So her priorities may be different. Investing may not be the way she wants to go initially. She may have other, and that's okay. That's the good thing about my econ. Whatever you decide works best for you, you have the tools to go there and make it happen.
Absolutely.
So that's how I feel about income shifting.
Okay, great, great. So I know Melissa said a mouthful, and like I say, a lot of times we have to try to break this down into little chunks so people can dissect it. Because I'm gonna tell you, we can get on here and talk all day about the greatness and the goodness, and it'll lose some people.
Overload.
So okay, it'll be an overload. So what I'm gonna do is what we try to do is share our story. Right? I just told you I'm a regular auto worker. I work a job. Now, how income shifting is say I have a truck that I drive every day. And we all know by a show of hands who have experienced some high prices at the gas pump, right? I'm gonna throw my hand up there. I got a
I'm gonna
truck
throw both
that
of them up.
$85 to fill it up, right? So I know if I'm a business owner, and I ain't gonna lie, I didn't make this stuff up. I read it in a book, y'all, and I've listened to a lot of business owners tell me, and I've read it for myself, that you can write off fuel on your vehicle. So I work every day. I got to drive my vehicle. I have a home-based business, and the government says, Tony, we want to help you with your fuel, right? Would it make sense for you to connect with the government to help you pay that gas bill that you're going to drive anyway? So these are workable segments. I know people driving a car, right? Yeah, we all drive a car. If not a car, you're taking an Uber, which is a write-off, right? You're taking Lyft, a train, a plane, right? However, you need to get where you need to be. Take your business with you. The government will help you fund and operate your business. Man, look, I got to say this, and I'm gonna switch it back over to you, Melissa. The founder of our company always says that our business is self-funded. Man, I hear this thing ringing in my head, self-funded. Most people don't have the money to start a business, but for under $40, and the government is already saying in books like this that they will pay 100% of you starting a business. So if the government is saying we're going to pay you to start your business, and then our system is teaching you how to take the money that you're overpaying in taxes to pay for your business, to me, it's a win-win all day long. I don't care how you look at it. Now, that's how my common sense be kicking in. If the government say they can do it, well, how do I do it? And I ain't going to keep asking. I'm just going to go ahead on and do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we kind of like my excitement. Look, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm the hype man, and a lot of time I miss people with it because my heart and my mouth don't always connect. Sometimes it makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Right. But Melissa, like, man, I don't know what the hell you talking about. But that's me speaking from my heart. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to have Melissa. She's always thorough. You gonna probably get a lot more from her than you do me, because man, my heart is like I'm overjoyed about this information. So I'm glad I got Melissa on to kind of bring me back in because you're like, Tony, that didn't make sense. So what you were saying was, what did you hear, Melissa? Because I'm sure somebody else said, I don't, what you talking about? Break it down. Break it down what I just said.
Well, basically, what you just said is you saw an opportunity. You saw that pretty much the beginning is you start off your business self-paid. The government is providing a way that is paying it for you. So technically, you're not really losing anything. It's a win-win because everything all the way down to the $39.95 it costs to maintain this business a month is tax deductible, which is shorthand for the government is footing the bill. You know, you are going to take what you spend on operating your business, and that's going to be taken and applied towards your taxable income. And for everything you do, they're going to deduct. They're going to say, oh, he spends $1 million in gas in a year. We're going to allow him to take that $1 million off because that's an expense that he uses to operate his business. So, you know, the biggest point that I think people miss with this is the ultimate goal is to lower your taxable income. When you lower your taxable income, meaning, you know, depending on your tax bracket, you know, and what type of job you do. If you're a 1099, we already know that they're taxed at a lower rate than a W-2 employee. So a W-2 employee may be taxed anywhere from 25 to 30 something percent. So that number, wherever you fall as far as how you're taxed, that number is going to be taken and multiplied times what you make. So think about it. If you're making $100,000 and they're taxing it at 30%, that's going to be way more money that they're getting back in taxes than if you're making $100,000, but you have $40,000 in business deductions. So now you're only being taxed on $60,000. So it's as simple as that. Like, your goal is to get your taxable income lower so that when they tax you, you get to keep more of that money in your pocket. So the only way you can do that, especially with the changes that they recently made as far as what's the standard deduction. You know, standard deduction was off the top what they take off your taxable income. And I think now, for me, it went from like, I don't even remember what it was before, like maybe 12,000 to like 18,000. So it's like things that if you didn't have a home-based business, a lot of the things that you could count as deductions to try to lower your taxable income, they still don't get it as low as the standard. So people were kind of feeling like, well, I can't claim this anymore. I can't claim that anymore. You can still claim it, but the fact of the matter is, if those deductions aren't more than the standard deduction they're giving everybody across the board, it's not really helping you. And it's kind of hard to get those if you don't have a home-based business. And that book that Tony was holding up with the 475 tax deductions, that book is like the encyclopedia, dictionary, thesaurus, whatever you want to call the reference of every type of deduction that a home-based business can use. You trying to tell me out of 475, you can't find at least 10 in there that's gonna help you? And that doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Let me define what is a tax deduction, since you said it, Melissa, so eloquently.
Okay.
In this book, it says, there are no dumb questions. A tax deduction is a dollar amount that is subtracted from your total business income.
Tony, they said put the book back up, please. I want to see the title. And hey, Miss Charlene Hill, it's so nice to have you here. Just Relax Now says, she says, that's where I'm paying off debt. So when we were talking about the different My Econ strategies, her strategy is now she's paying off debt. She says next she's going to invest, and then she's going to do credit repair.
Ooh, man, so, that's hitting right there.
when we said raise your hand if you getting hit at the pump, she raised her hand in the chat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we all getting killed. We getting killed. That's KILT. Killed at the pump. Yep, sure
You
is.
not lying. And
Yeah.
I was just having a conversation with Tony earlier because we were talking about how a lot of times people don't they feel like the $39.95 is too big of a commitment to make.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is, like I said, that is going to be a deduction for whoever is running their business. So I wanted to compare that to, I got an email yesterday and I just happened to be looking because I get a lot of junk mail that I don't pay attention to, but I saw something from Netflix and I was reading that to Tony earlier because I said, I bet you a lot of people do not realize that this is about to happen. I don't know how much I think I'm currently paying like $18.99 a month for Netflix.
Okay.
And people, I don't watch Netflix all the time. This is not a tax deduction for me. But it is, like we were talking the other day about entertainment versus education.
Mm-hmm.
It's a form of entertainment that they take out of my check every month. My account every month. I've been having it coming out for years. Mm-hmm. How much of it I'm actually taking advantage of versus, like if you have Netflix, but you only watch 2 shows a day or out of a week, are you really getting your money's worth? But when they take that money out every paycheck, you don't even think about it because you're like, well, that's what it costs. So I got this email yesterday that says, where is it? Netflix. It says tax changes impacts your membership. It says your local sales tax will now apply to your membership. So I'm already paying, let's say I'm paying $17.99 or $18.99 or whatever. Mm-hmm. My sales tax here, I want to say is at 9% or 9.5% or something like that. Mm-hmm. So on top of my money has already been taxed when I got my paycheck because what I'm giving is not my gross, but my net, which means they've already taxed me on that money I made. Then you're going to turn around and tax me again on the little money I get to keep for a service that I barely even use. So I don't know how much my Netflix is about to go up, but I guarantee you it's millions of Americans out there that will not give it a second thought. They're going to be like, oh, Netflix went up again. And it's a big deal. But when we talk about introducing you to something that's going to provide you with financial education, ooh, I don't know about that $39.95. Then I might lose my house if I start paying that every month.
Right.
But it says, hi, Melissa, we hope you're enjoying everything Netflix has to offer. Starting on December 15, 2021, your local sales tax will be applied starting on your next monthly bill. You can read more about how taxes affect your Netflix membership here. How many people you think are really going to investigate that? They're going to pay that other few dollars and call it a day.
Day.
$39.95 that you can write off is too much. And I'm just saying that for those people that feel that way, because I think sometimes we don't put things into perspective about what we spend our money on, because for years, as bad a habit as it is, for years I smoked Black and Mild cigars. My routine every day, I would drop my daughter off at school, I would swing by the local gas station, get a pack. They started out at $3 and something. By the time before I quit, they were $5 and something. So I actually sat down one day and calculated how much I was spending a month just on that bad habit. It was way more than $39.95.
Right.
But I didn't think nothing of it because that's just what I do.
Right.
So it's like sometimes we have to put things in perspective to kind of realize how we're weighing things,
This is good. This is good, Melissa. Life stories. Now, what Melissa did, she turned a bad habit and shifted that back into her pocket. She no longer buys the Black and Milds every day. Look, here's the thing. So I'm glad you said something about Netflix, Melissa, because this handy dandy book here talks about entertainment as a business expense. So if you're being entertained by Netflix that is inside of your home, you can write it off. on your taxes. Okay, look, I'm going to
And
talk a
see,
little bit
that's
more.
so new for me. I didn't even think about it that way.
So you got to look at it like this. Your internet connected to your home. You use your internet to do your presentations, to share your information. Look, y'all. Hey, I didn't make this stuff up. I did not make stuff up. I'm telling you. I know I'm a sharp guy. I look smart. I sound smart. But I'm telling y'all, all I did was read a few passages
And follow
out of this
instructions.
book, follow the instructions, and that's what we do in our membership. Our membership has specific instructions on how you can shift your money from the highest tax bracket to the lowest tax bracket so you can start utilizing your own money. So, real fast, I'm going to talk about shifting money that you're already spending,
Right.
shifting your fuel, business expense, shifting your interest payments, right? That you're overpaying in
Right.
interest. Shift that money. Once you pay off all your debt, you got more money to play. You got more money to invest, right? Hey, another
Exactly.
one is writing off your lifestyle. Hey, I don't care what you do. If you are a Bible thumper, you go to church every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the gas to your church. Hey, talk to your church member about your business. Hey,
Exactly.
hey, if you like to travel, hey, we have a travel membership inside of our business. Hey, when you take those lavish trips to wherever, undisclosed locations, hey, write it off. Do a little video, say, hey, man, I'm having a ball. Shout out to my econ. Boom. Business done for the day, right?
Right.
Writing off your lifestyle. You go to work every day, right? Turn your job into an ATM. Stop overpaying your taxes. $300 to $500 can be put back into your pocket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pay off your
Mm-hmm.
car faster, pay off your house, pay off your credit card bill. You're shifting money back into your pocket. Man, our
Right.
business is self funded. The government is helping you. I didn't make this stuff up. They are helping you own and operate as a business owner. Now, Melissa, real fast, I know you got to get ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Can you kind of like break this thing down? Because people say, well, I like what you're saying, but what type of business is it? What y'all selling? Kind of break that thing down and help people because I get too excited. I know I'm gonna mess it up. So kind of
Look,
like keep it.
I'm very familiar with that question because that was my question.
Okay, okay.
I listened to your spiel because I say this all the time. When I decided I wanted to join, I told Tony I don't want to watch no video. I don't want to hear no long drawn out speech. Tell me in 5 minutes
Yeah.
how this applies to me. And he went over boom, bam, 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 boom. So my question was after he explained everything, and I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Yeah, this is what I need. So my next question is, but what kind of business I'm gonna do?
Right. What you talking about? It went right over her head. Like, pew. All that
Right.
talking
I
for nothing.
heard all the good stuff,
Yeah,
but what
all the
I'm
good
trying
stuff.
to figure out is what am I literally going to have to do for this
Or
business
sell.
to work
Or sell.
or sell,
Or sell.
So that was when Tony said something that resonated with me. He said, this is the business right here. What I'm doing with you is the business. So I'm like, this counts as a business? He said, our product is financial education. Now, don't get me wrong. There are other products that we offer if you are more of a sales person. We have products like vitamins. We have we sell the credit repair. We have the travel membership where you can, if you're into, a lot of people come from different travel because they like our compensation plan better. So we do have products that you can sell. But if you're a person like me that's not a salesman, but you enjoy sharing your testimony and telling people what this business has done for you. And I understand until you get your own testimony, you may not have a whole lot to say. But once my testimony started when I got that first check and I saw that extra $400 on my paycheck. I was like, I'll be damned. That's work.
This
It
works.
works.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where, I'm going to put it to you like this. If I were to tell you, look, I'm going to pay you $300 every 2 weeks, and you're like, what I got to do? And I say, Only thing you got to do to get this extra $300, I want you to talk to everybody you meet about how you got this $300 and what it's doing for you. That's all you got to do. So you look at me like, that's all I got to do? I just got to tell people what I'm doing? Yeah, and you're going to give me $300. Yeah, that's basically what this business has done for a lot of us, because there are plenty of people who started off in my econ, like myself, who did not have a financial background, who did not even know what an income tax came from. I thought it came from the income tax fairy. So you get in, you start learning. Before you know it, somebody's asking you a question, and before you even realize it, you can answer the question. It's like, wait a minute, I didn't know I knew that. But the biggest part of having a home-based business, and that's any business, even on your W-2 job, is consistency. If you don't come to work every day, you're not going to keep your job. If you don't keep up with the production expected of you, you are not going to keep your job. If you don't follow the rules at your job, they're going to let you go. So the difference with this is you are your boss. So that same pressure and discipline that you feel when the man putting his foot on your neck, you got to put on your own neck, because this is your business. You are the only one benefiting from it. So you are going to have to be the one to put the work in. So consistency with tracking your expenses, we make that easy with the cash flow manager. You got to have consistency on how often you work your business. Like Tony said, if you're going to turn your going to church into a business, well, you can't go to church and keep your mouth closed. You got to go to church and actually talk to somebody about the business, and it's not very hard to do, because once the blessings start rolling in, it becomes natural. It's like we were saying about, somebody goes out, I don't know, I'm not a movie person, so I don't know what's out now, but if the latest movie was out now and you went and saw it, and you know how we get, if we're in the room with somebody and they talk about, oh, I seen that, it was good, or oh, I seen that, I wouldn't even watch it. That's the same thing we do with our business. We give you a review, a testimony. You do it for free all the time when you talk about what Netflix shows to watch, what stores have the best sales, what restaurants have the best and worst food. You're doing that for those people
for free,
because you are the best advertiser. Word of mouth, by far, is the best advertising. So you're doing that for them for free, but then you're not willing to take your own business and advertise it. And that's really putting money in your pocket. So it's all about a mindset. And everybody starts off kind of feeling like, well, I don't know exactly what this is, but I'm going to see. I'm like Tony, like I told Tony, for $30, shoot, I'll figure it out. Don't sign me up. I'll figure out what I'm supposed to do once I get in there.
I'll figure it out.
But I'm like, I can't let this opportunity pass just because I don't have 100% understanding. And I will be honest with you now, I don't 100% know everything about finance. Every day is a learning experience. What he just read about Netflix being a write-off, before he said that, I had never even thought about it. So it's a continuing learning process, but you're surrounded with people like you who want to learn, who want to help others, who want to continue to grow. And it's like your circle determines your altitude. So, put yourself in good company, get some self-discipline, and try to make sure you're consistent. And you can be wherever you want to be. It's all up to you how far you want to go with this.
That's great. So how we looking? Okay, so how we looking on time? Because I like I said, I want to keep it under 30, 35 minutes. How we looking?
We're at 39 minutes, so we need to be getting ready to.
Okay, let's wrap this thing up. So I'd like to have some closing arguments or any questions that you see out there, Melissa, before we shut it down.
I don't see any questions. I will read. Charlene Hill says, thanks for the warm. Okay, she said, thanks for the warm welcome. She said, thanks, Tony. Couldn't see the author, but I'm sure I can find it. So she's going to get the book that you were holding up. She said, $40 isn't nothing if you are spending $100 on fast food.
Yeah.
Amen.
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 Yeah.
And she said it's about the mindset, and she had to go, but I thank her for coming through. And she said
Okay.
abundant blessings. And she did say, ching ching ching, shake the money bag,
That's
money
right.
tree.
Yes.
So just to let you know, you are reaching the people.
Yeah. Okay.
When
Okay.
last time we had a new ching ching?
Hey, it's coming today. Hey, I'm looking for the right beat, the right energy, and I'm gonna drop it. It's coming. It's coming.
Okay.
So look,
Okay.
listen, you said a lot, and I'm going to close because I know you got to get ready to go. So,
Yeah.
okay, here's my closing word for you, and I want you to give them a call to action when I'm done.
Okay.
Everybody can be the GOAT, right? Everybody can be the GOAT. I want to say I'm the GOAT at my job. I know information that people need to understand how to get more money back to their pocket. Melissa can be the GOAT, home base. She works from home. She's a single
Mhm.
mother. Lakivia Curry, 25, 26-year-old, going to school, got a job, got a business. We got people in this business that have their own story to tell. If you on YouTube, utilize your presence, utilize your influence. People are looking, watching, and looking to understand how to get their finances together. Use that platform with
Right.
our business. It complements everybody. I don't care what you're doing, job, another business, investor, real estate, market, all of that, credit repair, travel agency. Our company compensates and complements anything that you got going on. So, hey, that's my spiel. Melissa, give them a call to action, and then we're going to end from that.
Okay, my call to action is if you are in a position where you know that financially you're ready to make a change, especially this is December, people, the new year starts January 1. Let's get a fresh start in a new year on the right page. So if we're saying anything that matriculates with you, see how I threw that big word out there? I don't even know if it was the right one, but it sounded like I was going
Sound good.
somewhere with it.
Sound good.
Okay,
That sounds good.
so if any of this touched your spirit,
Yeah.
leave a comment. We usually post this in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment if you want to just say, I'm interested. Tony and I both have on our about pages how we can be reached by email or whatever. If you see us on Facebook or Instagram, do a DM or an inbox and just start a conversation. We are not the type that's going to chase you down if you ask a question. We're going to answer your question and direct you to what you need to get get any information you need. But don't think just because you said, hey, every time we see you from now on, we're going to be like, you ready to start the business? You ready to start the business? You asked me a question. You ready to start the business? You're not going to get that from us. We don't do that. So that's my call to action, guys. Reach out and talk to us. Let us know that somebody is learning something or getting something. And I always say too, if this is not for you, share it with somebody who you think it is for.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do that. Like when people sell products that I don't use, if I know somebody that uses that particular product, I have no problem with saying, I don't use that, but my cousin does. I'm gonna give her your information. So same thing.
There it is. Hey, we want to thank you guys for coming on. Hey, like you said, leave a comment. We're glad to reach out to Melissa, man. I appreciate you keeping everything structured. That's what you do. You're a structurer. So we want to thank y'all for coming on. And we're going to be on Melissa's page next week on
Right.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, man. So looking forward to seeing you guys. We'll see you guys on the next video feed. Y'all have a blessed day.
Bye.